What's 7 times 6?
42.
Mom, don't tell her.
But my homework is late.
Well, whose fault is that?
Katie's?
Why?
She was supposed to get here early to help me with it, but she has the flu.
Katie has the flu?
Yes, she just called.
The flu is and she can't take care of Lauren?
Yes, that flu.
Oh, man.
What's 8 times 12?
I have no idea. I don't.
Great. It's just great. Oh, Mom, these cups are all chipped. So we have these dishes. Are we paupers? Don't we deserve decent china?
I can look after Lauren this afternoon if that's what's troubling you.
Well, everything's troubling me. Lauren hasn't finished her homework and Katie's not here, and I was supposed to go out of town, but I guess I can't.
Out of town? Why?
To be on TV.
On Nickelodeon?
No. It's a syndicated talk show.
What do they want you to talk about?
Summer fashion trends, Ma. But what do you think? Pros and cons of the juvenile justice system. I'm the pro. But I only told them maybe, and I don't really want to do it, so this is probably a good excuse.
Amy, you have to do it.
Well, I'm a judge, Mom. I'm not allowed to have political opinions.
But this is an important issue. The juvenile justice system is in serious danger of going away.
Well, that's political, and I can't comment.
Then why do they want you?
Exactly. It's a resource, I guess.
Well, you have to go and be a resource, and then find ways to slip your opinion in.
You're trying to get me impeached? I'd have to stay overnight.
I have a light schedule.
Mommy, you should do it. Nobody else's mom is on TV.
Amy, they're professionals. They can cover up that zit.
You think? 33-year-old Bonnie Manning is married to 45-year-old Philip Manning. He's been living in the house for a year. Bonnie has 2 children from a previous marriage, including the victim, 5-year-old Janie.
How'd they find us?
Emergency room. Janie was brought in with vaginal tearing just before midnight yesterday. The rape kit showed no semen, but there were traces of spermicide, probably from a condom.
Did the police question the stepfather?
Mm-hmm. No one has the least idea how this could have happened. Mr. Manning says he went into Janie's bedroom to make sure she was tucked in and found blood.
Where was Mom?
Out with friends.
No one's spoken with Janie yet. Good. What's your thinking?
Sarah's our best when it comes to the little ones.
So you were married for 8 years, you've been divorced for 2, and you're looking to adjust the visitation schedule for your 9-year-old daughter, Susan. Are these particulars accurate?
Yes.
Good. Now, can I ask what you hope to achieve through this mediation?
An objective, informed opinion on how we can best serve our daughter.
Mrs. Crawford?
He thinks Susan should spend more time with him.
We're not interested in doing all the finger pointing. Our daughter Susan is a flighty kid.
She's been diagnosed with ADHD.
What Susan needs is structure, rules, and limits. She's not getting any of that from her mother's house.
It is true that I've never been a disciplinarian.
When you say structure, you mean...
For instance, a set time for homework in a quiet place with no television in the background, no endless access to sugar and junk food, and a sensible bedtime.
She wears me down on everything. I hate arguing with her, and she knows it. It's not her fault, really, that I cave in.
And she's not able to wear you down?
I don't wear her down.
So that doll is you. Janie, can you show me where you were hurt when you went to the hospital? And who took you to the hospital?
Philip?
Can you show me? Janie, I'd like to talk about what happened before Philip took you to the hospital.
You know what I miss? I miss the good old days when if a suspect didn't tell you what you wanted to hear, you whacked him over the head with a phone book. Of course, that doesn't work very well with 5-year-old sexual abuse victims.
Detective Fraser's kidding. She has a very dry sense of humor.
I'm gonna split, Maxine.
Me too.
Is it politically correct to offer you a push?
The only reason you even have the guts to offer is that you carry a gun.
Can you show me? You don't have to say anything, Janie. Just show me, with the dolls, what happened to you. You were asleep on your bed?
We got him.
Fran, wait.
Jonathan, she picked up the doll. How fast can we issue a warrant for Philip Manning's arrest?
Wait.
Yes, Maxine.
Look at the doll.
Are you sure that's the right doll?
Oh, my God. Not the stepfather. It's her brother.
Vincent, I have a headache.
Please.
Fine. Wear the jacket. A man can't go wrong with a jacket to meet his agent.
I can't. I only have one jacket. I wore it last time. Mom. And Lauren with her overnight bag.
I have an emergency. Amy's in New York. Katie has the flu. Something big has come up at work. I'm invoking your responsibilities as an uncle.
Mom, I can't. I gotta meet my agent tonight.
It's an invocation, Vincent. It's binding. I'm sorry. You were born on the hottest day of the year. 19 hours of labor. They wanted to use forceps, but I refused.
I could have been paralyzed.
You know how I hate to use that.
If you do this for me, I will never ask you for wardrobe advice again.
How old are you again?
8.
I can work with that.
Detective Fraser, would you please tell us why we're here?
I think maybe Robert knows, don't you, Robert?
No.
Do you know what DNA evidence is, Robert?
You mean like from blood?
I thought the doctors didn't find semen.
Yeah, but the little perv doesn't know that. If he's even old enough to produce any.
Jonathan, we might all like you better if you didn't enjoy this so much.
No, not just blood. Any bodily fluid. Blood, saliva, semen. We took a sample of spit from the edge of your glass earlier.
Wait a minute, you can't do that.
Is there something you want to tell your mother, Robert?
Okay, I'm taking him home right now. He's not under arrest. I will take him home.
Okay, here's the way it works, Robert. You're paying attention? In a few minutes, somebody's going to come in that door and tell me if your spit matches what we found on Janie's underwear.
Maxine, she's lying to him.
Now, the moment I read that lab report, it's out of my hands. I'm required by law to formally arrest you.
I think I hear my cue.
This is coercion.
Detective Fraser is experienced in adult interrogation. Remind her the rules are different for children.
Success makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Failure feels worse.
Right now, we're just people talking in the room. But with a formal arrest, it is all lawyers and judges and, well, to be honest, jail. I don't think you'd like jail, Robert.
My God, Maxine.
She doesn't get it.
He's a child. This is crazy. How can you say that?
Here are the lab results, Detective Fraser.
Oh, my God, what's happening?
Robert?
Wait. If I admit it was me, what happened? No, Robert.
If you tell us what happened willingly, it goes on your record. Who knows? Maybe we can work something out, keep this from going to trial.
No, I want a lawyer for my son. He didn't do it. Yes, I did. I hurt Janie. Sorry, Mom. Sorry.
Robert Valdez, you're under arrest for the rape of Jane Valdez.
Give me a rehearsal on camera 2.
Thanks. Now, Bill will introduce you and the other guest, and then he'll say school shootings, juvenile violence, blah, blah, blah. What's the answer? Now, you'll both have a chance to comment, and Bill will interrupt you about 20 times each.
And the other guest is,
Congressman Howlett.
Oh, God. He's really conservative, isn't he?
But you're prettier.
Well, he realizes I'm a judge, right? I have to stick to legal issues. I really can't discuss politics.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Now, your call time is 6 a.m. Yeah, I know, but you can do your own hair, and they'll just touch it up if it needs anything. Don't wear plaid because it'll strobe. Is that a pimple on your chin? Come on, I'll show you where makeup is.
What's the problem? It took Detective Fraser less than 20 minutes to get a confession.
She terrified a 12-year-old boy.
He should be terrified. He raped his sister.
You people slay me. That bit with the underpants was brilliant. We should be drinking champagne and toasting this woman.
There's a very good chance a judge will disallow the confession.
Because I lied to the boy.
Yes, and pressured him.
He was apprised of his rights. There was an interested adult in the room with him.
If Robert was an adult, your tactics would be acceptable. But children are more easily coerced, and juvenile court judges take that into account.
Peggy did exactly...
Jonathan. I'm sorry.
Oh, crap, they got you. It's like invasion of the body snatchers around here. Are we going to at least put this kid in jail? Considering, after all, he did rape his 5-year-old sister? Oh, apparently we think a good talking to might be enough.
Where does a 12-year-old boy get the idea to rape a 5-year-old girl?
Been for a cruise on the internet lately?
Most underage molesters have been molested themselves.
The boy wore a condom. It's learned behavior.
The stepfather?
According to the police report, Mr. and Mrs. Manning used condoms as their preferred form of birth control.
Hey, I love it. I mean, it'd be quite a feather in our cap to snag a kitty diddler.
Jonathan, if you weren't already in a wheelchair, I would feel a distinct urge to put you into one myself.
Sticking a child in jail, that's a tragedy, right? Getting a child molester, that's the bomb.
We've actually met before, Alan. I interviewed you for NPR on transmogrification of genre.
Ah, yes, I recall. You were very animated. Uh-oh. No, I mean it in a good way. I.e., energetic, not obnoxious. Have you read Vincent's pages?
Yes, I thought they were wonderful.
I found them very interesting.
Interesting.
Gets off to a slow start. My suggestion would be that you cut it by at least a third.
What?
You need to hit the ground running. All the setup with the rabbi and his son, especially those years in Yonkers. It's a bit ponderous.
Ponderous.
Oh, Carol, it's okay. Actually, Alan, I was thinking of it as kind of an epic, so naturally it would be long.
Epics don't sell.
They don't? So I guess Cold Mountain was a freak thing?
Yes, it was. I think the son should tell the father he's going to be a stockbroker in the first 10 pages.
But no one would know who the guys are. What's at stake? I mean, good storytelling depends on letting the audience know who the characters are before you break their heart, right?
My advice would be make it shorter, add a few women characters, and cut the flashbacks.
Look, I know I don't get paid for my opinion, but I think you really missed what Vincent is trying to do here.
Carol.
No, this is a wonderful, compelling story about a father who has devoted his entire life to God and the spiritual path, only to watch his son turn his back on it. For what? A Ferrari and a cell phone? I mean, Vincent's not trying to get on Oprah's book club.
Oh, God forbid.
He's trying to say something meaningful and important here, and for you to discourage him is... All I can say is it's a good thing Tolstoy wasn't your client, or Anna Karenina would have ended up a supermarket romance novel.
Anna Karenina was the supermarket romance novel of its day. Why do you think it's endured? Carol, I'm sure you're adept at reaching a small, devoted audience. I have bigger plans for Vincent.
Our problem isn't agreeing on the rules, it's enforcing them.
What am I supposed to do? Grab her and drag her to her room?
If that's what it takes.
Even if I did, she'd just come right back out.
And that's why hardware stores sell locks.
And it's why we're here. Lock a child in her room, is that right?
Yes. You know, I'm tough. Okay, sometimes I lock Susan in her room. Sometimes I ground her. Hell, sometimes I spank her.
Sometimes he doesn't feed her.
Because I'm not interested in being a friend, all right? I'm a parent. I was a wild kid. My dad kept us in line with his fist and his belt.
Those were different times.
I know that. Look, I'm not justifying everything that my father did, but I am saying he wasn't completely wrong. Do you have kids?
A daughter.
Do you know what it's like for African Americans, huh? 10 times as hard. Whole world wants her to fail. It's an endless fight that she fights every day. And it's a tough fight. I know it. But damn it, my daughter is going to grow up with a sense of self-discipline and focus that will allow her to buck the odds and succeed like I did. Like you did. Now you look me in the eye and you tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I'll say one thing for you people. You're brash. I mean, the way you got my client to confess, you have to know that my first motion will be to have that confession disallowed.
Yeah, we're weeping with remorse. The thing is, he did confess. And even if the judge disallows the confession, it'll still be in the back of his mind.
I'll see you in court.
Wait, Mr. Lawrence. We believe that Robert himself is a victim of molestation.
You know what's wrong with places like Sanctuary House? They can become witch hunt factories.
We're still finding our way. We might stumble a few times, I admit that possibility, but can we, for the moment, stay focused on Robert Valdez?
All right.
We have the testimony of the little sister. We found traces of the same spermicide on Robert's penis. We're still going to win.
Jonathan, stop talking right now. We want to get whoever it was who molested Robert.
What does my client get in return?
No time in detention, a suspended sentence, and counseling.
But only if the boy gives up the identity of the man who molested him.
All right, but I'm sitting at his elbow, and there are no further questions about what happened between him and his sister.
Agreed, but you'll sit in the corner, out of his eye line.
Robert. We don't think what happened was absolutely, completely your fault. We think something happened to you.
Like what?
We think maybe you were abused. Sexually.
Do I have to talk to her?
It's okay.
If a man did things to you, you should tell us.
That's sick. You have a sick mind.
Robert, it's not gay. If someone with power over you, say, came to your room at night.
I don't want to talk to her.
Let's take a break.
What the hell just happened?
He's not ready to admit he was molested. He's ashamed. He's not going to talk with Peggy about it.
Well, then you've got to try.
What?
You want to get this guy or not? Because we don't have much time. That lawyer's going to pull the plug. That kid's mother will get wise to what we're doing. You've got to try.
All right. Give me your change. I need coins, a lot of them. Come on.
All right, we're back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
And we're back with Connecticut Congressman Sam Howlett, joined now by Judge Amy Gray, a juvenile court judge from Hartford. First of all, I just have to say that you don't look anything like anyone's idea of a judge. And I'm sure you must hear that a lot.
Well, I'm not wearing my robes.
Now, when you were the homecoming queen at high school, were you thinking, I have to study really hard because someday I want to be a judge?
I wasn't really your type.
Well, now, my research tells me you were senior homecoming queen.
Well, yes, but that was based on academics as well as, why are we talking about this?
I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm digressing. But I'm sure a lot of people are wondering. School violence, the juvenile justice system. Judge Gray, Congressman Howlett's bill would give prosecutors the authority to move violent felony cases into adult court without judicial review, which in most cases would throw someone like yourself right out of the loop. Bad idea?
Well, I really can't comment on a bill while it's in committee, but currently, yes, there is a judicial review in which a prosecutor would have to prove to a judge that a child should be tried as an adult.
The word child is being misapplied. These are psychopaths.
Legally speaking, Congressman, anyone under the age of 16 is a child.
Really? Is someone who hacks his grandmother to death with a machete a child? Is someone who takes an automatic weapon to church and mows down the choir a child?
Good question, Congressman. And we'll pick up there, right after these messages.
We're out, back soon.
Great job.
Robert? I'm Maxine Gray.
So now I gotta talk to her?
It's okay.
I brought all this change in case you need a soap. Here. The machine doesn't take bills.
My mom doesn't let me drink soda.
Oh, that's smart. It's too much sugar for your blood and bad for your teeth. Thank you, Robert. There are people behind that mirror watching us.
I know.
It's just that they're watching me too. So if I seem a little nervous, that's why.
You gonna ask me something?
Like what?
About what's going on.
I'm a social worker, Robert. I'm more interested in whether you got any sleep last night, if you're getting enough to eat.
Well, I'm okay, I guess.
I've been to detention. It's not a very nice place. Noisy, cold.
Maybe I deserve it. They're gonna find out about this at my school.
Are you concerned about what your friends might think?
Well, it's not normal, right?
It's good that you understand what you did isn't normal, Robert.
They won't let me talk to Janie.
What would you say to your little sister if she was here? If it's the right kind of message and it's all right with your lawyer, I could pass it on.
Just... sorry.
Do you need to know how anyone else in your family's doing?
I guess my mom hates me now.
It's hard what she's going through. Your stepfather's...
What?
I'm just not sure he's helping. The way he can be. I'm sure you know. You live with him.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Isn't this Maxine Gray's desk?
God, I hope so. Otherwise, I'm stealing from somebody else. Maxine's tied up with something big at Sanctuary House. Yeah, I'm not really stealing from her. She tends to stockpile, which is against the rules, so when she's gone, Can I help you?
I'm Bruce Van Exel. Judge Gray, CSO.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sean Potter. We met at that thing.
I just wanted to ask Maxine's advice. I'll check back later.
Well, supposedly I'm Maxine's boss, so maybe I can help you.
No, it's just that I'm conducting a custody mediation, and it's nothing.
Do you have something you want to report?
No.
Because that's what we do here, you know. Investigate.
No thanks anyway. Sorry to bother you.
Thank you for coming in front of the parole board.
I'm really, really sorry I rubbed the quickie mark, and I won't ever do it again.
Well, you have been a model prisoner, but what will you do when you leave here?
I'm going to go on a synchronated talk show. Also, I'll get a puppy.
But what will you do for the good of society?
Nothing.
You're honest. We like that.
Hey, I got up early. So, what are we all doing?
Donna and I are playing parole board babes, and Uncle Vincent is cutting his novel to shreds.
No, not really. I was venting a little.
You losing all the Yonkers stuff?
Yeah, Alan's right. It slows things down.
I didn't think so. I loved it.
Well, you don't have to sell the thing.
You're just gonna do what he says.
You made some good points.
Uh,
What?
I don't know. Yesterday when you gave me your pages, you seemed really happy with what you had written.
Yeah, I still am. I just want less of it.
So much for artistic integrity.
Come on, I'm not selling out.
Then trust your instincts. I do.
Carol, no offense, but you really need to keep out of this.
Okay, I'm out.
So, Judge Amy, would you like to enumerate your problems on Congressman Howlett's juvenile crime bill?
Well, I could give you a few statistics.
I prefer to deal with people.
If I could finish. The juvenile system was first established by a group of enlightened individuals who realized
That would depend on how you define enlightened.
If I could finish, who realized that children are not adults.
Do children set cats on fire? Do children desecrate Jewish cemeteries? Do children rape other children?
If I could finish. That children are not adults. They don't bear the same culpability for their actions.
Well, maybe if they did, juvenile crime would drop.
Let me finish.
Yes, Amy?
You politicians, you feed this hysteria for quick and easy solutions. Well, these are our children. And in my opinion, as a juvenile court judge, anyone who uses them as political fodder for some self-serving, cynical law and order platform, what is wrong with you? Yes, I could tell you stories. A child kills her stepfather. A child blows his sister's head off with a shotgun. A white child kills a black child in a fist fight. A child brings a .38 to school. Now, you would have all these children tried as adults in criminal court. But I can tell you, I have looked into their faces, not at statistics or tabloid news clippings, as close as I am to you. And they are as obviously children as you are an opportunistic demagogue.
Congressman Howlett, I'd say Judge Amy just slayed your ass on TV.
Please refer to me as Judge Gray.
Of course. And I apologize, Judge Gray. And we'll be right back.
We're out.
Dinner!
Where did you find it?
How did you feel when Philip came to live with you?
Mom was happy.
What about you?
She didn't know him very long. He made me be his best man.
That's a nice gesture, isn't it? Including you in the wedding.
He was just sucking up. He knew I didn't like him. It was better before.
Robert, what changed? Not now.
I'm sorry, Maxine, but Mrs. Manning demanded to see you for some
What's going on in here?
Everything's fine, Bonnie.
Robert? What are they making you say?
Nothing.
Bonnie, as I've explained, we are not discussing any incidents that may or may not have happened, nor the nature of any misunderstandings.
What does that gobbledygook mean?
Bonnie.
He is my son, and I demand to know what is going on.
Bonnie.
Don't worry, Mom. I'm not saying anything. My mom kind of freaked out.
She's worried about you. I'm sure she always puts your welfare first.
Not always.
I have a son. 2, in fact. Peter and Vincent. Peter was a good baby and a good child and a good teenager. And now he's a good man.
What about the other one?
Oh, well. Vincent is, Well, when he was 4 years old, he started my car with a screwdriver and smashed into our garage. Let's just say that things went downhill from there.
But he never did anything like me.
Robert, are you worried that your mother won't love you anymore? Because of what happened?
No. Not from Janie.
Then from something to do with your stepfather?
I don't get why she wants him.
Robert, there are all kinds of love. If she had to pick between you and Philip right now, who do you think she'd pick?
I was the man of the house. That's what she said. Now Philip's the man of the house. She'd pick him.
When something bad happens to a child at the hands of an adult, it is never the child's fault.
I don't feel like a child.
Where did you get the condom, Robert? How did you even know where Philip kept his condoms? Did he show you? Robert, when an adult has sexual relations with a child, it is always the adult's fault. Always.
Even if the child really wants to.
A child is especially confused if what happens feels good. But it isn't good. Is it, Robert? It's not a good thing.
We're not supposed to talk about me and Janie.
We are not talking about you and Janie. That's the rule. That's our agreement. We are talking about you and someone else. There's something that you want to tell me, I think. Who did those things to you?
Atta girl, Maxie.
You used Philip's condom.
I count them. He uses them with my mother. Now he's the man of the house. I used to be the man of the house. Now it's Philip.
Philip took your place.
Yes.
So you know where the condoms are kept. Because they used to be your condoms.
You can't have a baby with your mother or it might be retarded.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
It's not your fault, Robert. It's never the child's fault.
I don't want you to keep your mouth shut.
Excuse me?
I respect your opinion. I always have. It's just things are different.
What's different?
If I'm gonna go with you to San Francisco...
If? Is that why you haven't told your family? It's an if situation?
No, I am going. I don't want to go as a burden. It would be totally selfish of me to write an artsy book that 11 people are going to read while you work your butt off to pay the rent. So if Alan says that this book is uncommercial, I have a responsibility to make it commercial.
Vincent, unlike your agent, I believe in your talent and I believe in this idea. And I would be honored to support you while you write it.
And what if you spend years supporting me and it turns out to be completely unpublishable?
Well, then I'll allow you to sell out.
Lose all respect for me.
We'll be old then. My standards will be lower. Besides, if you don't have to spend tonight rewriting, we could think of something more fun to do.
I have a sudden strong urge to protect my artistic integrity.
You're saying that my son raped my daughter because he was sexually molested?
Did he say who did it?
Yes, he did.
Oh, God. I know the kid resents me, but I never thought he'd go to these lengths.
It's not you I've issued a warrant for, Mr. Manning.
Robert resents you because you took what he perceives to be his rightful place.
You mean that whole man of the house thing?
Bonnie Manning, I'm placing you under arrest for the sexual molestation of a minor.
What?
You have the right to remain silent.
I will not remain silent. What did he tell you? I demand to see my son.
Oh, God, Bonnie.
Philip! This is insane. I'm his mother. What is wrong with you people?
Mrs. Manning, you need to listen to me as I read you your rights. Anything you
He
say
raped
can
me.
and will be used
Just like
against you in
Jane.
a court of law.
I'm his mother, so I tried to protect him, but there's something wrong with him. He's a pervert, and he raped me. I tried to protect him. I'm his mother, and he raped me. Philip! I tried to protect my boys, my son! He raped me!
Hey, Bruce. Fancy running into you here.
Dangerous talking when you got a ball coming at you at 90 miles an hour. How'd you find me?
I got sources all over town.
Down at Kozlowski Pants.
Here's the thing. I got I have the distinct impression you have something to tell me. So I thought if we could meet on neutral ground, you might... Do you ever miss?
Put your weight on your back leg. Put your shoulder up. Keep your eye on the ball.
So, you discovered something during the course of mediation. You're afraid that if you tell me, you're going to violate some kind of confidentiality. No, you strike me as the kind of guy who agonizes over stuff like that. It means you're a good guy. But I want you to think I was sitting in DCF thinking ill of you.
I don't give a damn what you think of me.
Okay.
It's not just a confidentiality thing.
What else is there?
Couple's African American.
Oh. I'm white.
No kidding.
No, I mean, I understand. I represent the man. Ratting out your fellow African Americans to a white-dominated system, that kind of thing. I get it.
Time's up.
Well, thanks for the batting tips.
Look, Thing is, the guy in the mediation, I liked him. He made a few good points, but...
It's all a matter of degrees, Bruce. That's why we investigate. We're good at it. Tell you what, I'll leave the names of a couple black TCF workers on your voicemail.
Hey, white guy. Want to grab a beer?
Okay.
What are you doing, Ma?
Pretending I'm at a Greek wedding.
What happened?
How was your day?
I don't really want to talk about it. Tomorrow at this time I might be impeached, so I hope you can make the mortgage without me.
Opa.
How much wine have you had?
I had one sip, and it tasted like acid to me, so I thought I'd look at our plates. Then I thought, Amy is right. We deserve better. We shouldn't have to live like this.
What's wrong, Ma?
My battlements were breached, I guess. The barbarians got through and sacked the monastery.
So you started smashing our china?
I can't give you the details, honey. It's just that there are people in this world who can make the things that are most beautiful to me repugnant and grotesque. And when that happens, I lose myself, and I forget that I'm a decent human being.
That's okay, Mom. I've got other people to remember that for you. Don't you? That's enough. Okay.
On that lonesome climb, ragged and sublime, see how bright we shine. Everything in its time.
Coming up next on TNT's Prime Time in the Daytime, the drama explodes when a lawyer has a heart attack in court. Judging Amy is next on TNT.